The Hunger Games franchise has many connections between its movies, and Catching Fire confirms the fate of one Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes character with a single line of dialogue. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes adds context to the original Hunger Games movies, showing what the tournament was like decades prior to Katniss' time in the arena, and painting a more detailed portrait of President Snow. While the series answers certain questions from the first set of films, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes raises more mysteries during its run. Although viewers know where Coriolanus Snow winds up following the events of the Hunger Games prequel, several other characters' fates remain unknown. One example is Lucy Gray, who isn't heard from again after disappearing into the woods. Other characters at the Capitol also aren't seen again after The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. However, a Catching Fire line likely reveals what happened to one of them. Catching Fire confirms Dr. Gall's likely fate with one line from Plutarch. Philip Seymour Hoffman as Plutarch Heavensbee looking upwards in Mockingjay Part 2. Katniss and Peeta spend some time at the Capitol after their victory tour in Catching Fire, and that's how Katniss first meets Plutarch Heavensbee. Plutarch is the game maker for the 75th Hunger Games, but he's revealed to be a revolutionary before the movie is through. It's thanks to him that the Mockingjay lives beyond the second installment, and he later lends his talents to District 13's rebellion. When Plutarch and Katniss first dance, Katniss believes he's just another game maker. And their conversation reveals a harsh truth about the job, one that can be used to devise Dr. Gall's fate after the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. When the topic of Seneca Crane comes up during their dance, Plutarch tells Katniss, being head game maker has never been the most secure job in the world. Given that Seneca was killed due to his failures, Plutarch is clearly alluding to the grim fates game makers often meet. Judging by this conversation, Dr. Gall probably faces a similar demise following the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. In fact, considering the details of Snow's rise to power, it likely happened soon after the events of the prequel movie. Why Dr. Gall was probably killed not long after the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. President Snow is known for poisoning those who present a threat to him, something the original Hunger Games series references and the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes actively shows. Although Snow and Dr. Gall end the film as allies, the latter presents an obstacle to Snow's rise to power. Needless to say, Dr. Gall is probably removed from Snow's path in a manner that's similar to Dean Casca Highbottom. Plutarch's comment in Catching Fire proves that game makers face a high risk of death, and Snow seems especially callous about their treatment. These hints are enough to assume Dr. Gall's fate, even if the Hunger Games franchise never confirms it.